So, as noted in the LARAVEL documentation, eloquent models fire several events, allowing you to hook into the following points in model's life cycle. Retrieved event will fire when an existing model is retrieved from the database. Creating and created will fire when a new model is saved from the first time. Updating and updated will fire when an existing model is updated. Saving and saved will fire for both cases, save new model or update existing model. Deleting and deleted will fire when an existing model is deleted. And lastly, restoring and restored will fire when a model restored from the trash. So now let's open answer model. And here we need to define boot method like this. Inside this method, we firstly need to call the parent boot method like this. And here, let's say we want to execute a code when an answer is created. We can do that like this: static double colons created. This method receives a closure as argument. And in closure, we can specify an argument to represent the current model instance. So here we can call answer. And here, let's echoing a message for a while. Here I'll say answer created. And here I'll also add \n to add new line after message printed. Here, let's also define saved, so you can see the difference with the created. And here I'll say answer saved. Save the changes, and now I'll switch to my terminal and reopen the Tinker. Because an answer cannot stand alone, so here I'll get the first question. Now I'll create an answer for this first question by saying q answers and save, because this time I want to make only one question. Inside this method, I can generate fake answer by calling factory, pass in the class name, and specify the number, 1 in this case, and end with make. Hit return. I got error. Argument 1 passed to blah 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 must be instance of eloquent model. Actually, I don't need this number, so that factory will return instance of model instead of collection. Hit return. Okay, now it's working, and as you can see, here I have message, answer created, and answer saved. Now I'll find the latest answer by saying up answer find. Here I see the ID is 22 So here I'll enter the ID here. Then I'll assign it to a variable. Now here, let's say I want to change the votes count to 7. And then I'll call save method. As you can see, here I get message answer saved. So as I said that the saving and saved will be fired whenever new model created or an existing model updated. Okay, now let's go back to answers model. And here we don't need this saving in this case. So just remove it. And inside this, we can increment the answers counts value of the questions table by saying answer question increment answers count. And then we need to call answer question save to save the changes to our database. Next, let's open question factory. And here we don't need to fill this answers count. Save all changes. And now let's go back to our terminal. Here, let's reset our database and run database seed by calling php artisan migrate fresh -- seed. Now let me go back to phpMyAdmin. I'll open the questions table. For example, here, the first question, or question with ID 1, has 4 answers, and the second question, or the question which has ID 2, has 3 answers. Now, let me open answers table. And here you can see that the number for the question 1 is 4, and the answer for question 2 has 3 answers. Alright, so now that we have answers table inserted with some fake answers, and we will finally display them in the question detail in the next lesson. So join me there.